Alrighty then. Hello there, guys. The Mitch here, back with more Fortnite Valhalla. I know there's a lot of people really confused on how to do things here, how to get certain things and whatnot. I made a video of how to, what was it? Of how to get the purple hammer and the purple sword and whatnot. I kind of explained that of how to do that. The best way to do that is there, through that room right there. Be sure to check out that video. I'll most likely link it in the description and whatnot, and also including how to get that, which is pretty self-explanatory. Just gotta gather that stuff. But in this particular video, I was maybe thinking I could show you guys what to do if anybody's out there kind of like curious or maybe confused of how do you get the keys for the Mirmir's well in order to get to that room and whatnot. Yeah, maybe I can go over that today. So the location is, I already got all the locations unlocked again. I completed this quite a few times here, at least 10 or so times. But let me show you really quick where the place is. It is right, Chamber of Agreements, right here. Right here. So as you can see, these are the requirements to get to unlock this portal here, and that'll take you to Mirmir's well. Am I pronouncing that right? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Anywho, so once you get to Mirmir's well, that's what some people call the quote-unquote hardcore ascension, where it's pretty much like the normal ascension. Like after you beat this level here, this is the last stage, number 15 on the checkpoints, whatever it's called. This is like number 15. It's like you go through that skull door there and you fight the big dragon, even though it's just a big statue. You just shoot the inside of the mouth. Then once you do that, you'll be in like this dark black room where there's like a big statue thing with fire in the middle of it, from it, and once you press that, you ascend. Then upon this normal ascension, you will lose all of your bones, and you will lose your malachite. I think it's called malachite. Malachite is what I like to call it. You'll lose all of those. But upon the hardcore ascension, once you drink from Mirmir's well, you will lose everything, and I mean everything in your resources, everything, your loadout, everything and everything. You'll have absolutely nothing left. The only way to circumvent this is to get a friend, somebody you trust very much, and give them all of your stuff, and then drink from Mirmir's well, and then once you unlock that, that's when you can go back and you can get your stuff back from that friend. Or alternatively, you can, if you have like a separate account, maybe you can try to do that. It's not allowed as far as I'm concerned. I tried doing it with split screen. Doesn't really work that way. But what does work, if you use a separate account on a separate platform, like if you have both a PS4 and a PS5, you can be on one account on PS4 and one account on PS5. That's the way to do it. And I'm thinking about I've done it before, and I do have footage on it, but I'm thinking about maybe going through the editing for that, and maybe I'll upload that video at some point if you guys would like to see it, of how that's possible. But yeah, that's the only ways that I know of that you can avoid losing everything. Because that's what I did. I did not want to lose all of my money because I got lots of money. But yeah, anywho, so pretty much the things you need is the what is this called? The OGAR, or I'm thinking of the SCAR. Is that the name of the SCAR, or is that a different assault rifle? I don't know the name of it. But you need this assault rifle pretty much. You need the scythe, and you need, just like that, the pumpkin, right? Yeah. It says it right here. Assault rifle, sideways scythe, and pumpkin launcher. These are the legendaries. You need the legendary versions of all of these in order to do that. Also, these, I'm not very sure about these. I didn't go with this. I didn't use this. So I'm not sure what exactly the sword you need that it says Surtur's Flaming Sword, it says, and Mjolnir's Hammer of Thor. I assume that that's the legendary, what I have here, but I don't know. Maybe they mean like the normal one, or maybe they mean like a weaker version of it. I'm not sure what color, if that's the case. I'm just not very familiar with this because I never used that. I just got the normal scythe, and I'm gonna show you guys that right now. So so first off, you need the blue versions to start you. I'm gonna start you guys off with the blue versions of those 3 keys. Those 3 keys being the AR, the scythe, and the rocket launcher. And you do need to upgrade them from the lesser versions of them to the higher versions. Unlike the hammer and the sword, which is like purchasable and like through like different methods of grinding, like for resources, and then you purchase it at the vending machine there. It's not quite like that with the keys for Mirmir as well. You have to level up yourself. You have to get the materials in order to level up that weapon to the higher rarity. So that being said, you have to start off with the blue versions of all 3 of those, which will be starting off the AR. The blue AR is located, it is here. I don't want to make this video too long with trying to explain too much, making it longer than necessary. But basically, it's right here. This is what you're going to need. 20... Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Alright, hold on guys, I'll take care of this. Good. Okay, perfect, wonderful. So basically you need to do this. You need to get this. You have no choice but to get that. You need that. So whatever you have in your hot bar or whatever it is, you're going to have to drop it. Come back. If you're not ready to drop anything yet, make your preparations for what you're going to need to eventually get rid of. You make your decisions later, but eventually you're going to need to get that if you're trying to get to Mirmir's Well. Once you get to Mirmir's Well, you will unlock the room of, what is it called? It's basically the mythics room, of the mythics shop room. So you can unlock all the mythic weapons that are available. So yeah, you're gonna need that, which costs 20 metal. And like I say, I already have another video on that of how to get of how to farm metal. So check out that video as well. Maybe I'll link that video in the description as well of how to grind for metal, which is pretty much just grinding at the shadow realm, as I call it. Just grind the fiends there. It's pretty much unlimited of them, and they always drop metal and monster parts and whatnot, and lots of metal. That's a perfect way to get a lot of metal. Just keep grinding there. You have a lot of metal before you know it. So that's the way to get that. The blue AR. Next up is the scythe, right? So the blue scythe, I believe, I'm gonna say that it's here. I think it's located here. It's been a little minute since I've done this. It's actually kind of hidden. It's in a hidden room. There's quite a few things that are hidden that I'm thinking about. But I'm thinking about some of the, what do you call it, the mushroom things for the upgrading your health or whatever. But that's something different. There's a few of those that are hidden in very special spots as well. But that's not what we're here for today. That's a grain rocket launcher. That's not what you need. You need the blue one. That's kind of pointless using your money on that when you're gonna be getting the blue one, because you have to buy the blue one. So you don't need to upgrade from green to blue. You just need to get the blue one. You need to buy the blue one and upgrade from there. So go away. Thank you. So So the room is that I mentioned is located right up there. It's right up there. That's where the secret room is. That's where you need to go. So to do that, I recommend having a Molnir hammer. Well, it does for you. It probably won't be the Molnir. It'd probably be the whatever it is called for you. Just get a hammer. Pretty much get a hammer or a scythe. It can be any hammer or any scythe. It could be gray. Doesn't matter what color it is. And I recommend with a scythe, it's a lot easier. I think you can just kind of aim directly up like this from this pillar here, and then you press the button to jump up, and it'll take you all the way up there. But if you have the hammer, it's maybe the best doing it like this. It probably take a few tries, but keep trying and you'll get to it. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Got it on my first try there. So I recommend you looking, facing this direction when you jump up with the hammer. You don't necessarily need to be looking that direction with the scythe though. But yeah, speaking of which, there is the blue scythe right there. That's what you're gonna need as well. So that'll be key number 2 that you need is the blue scythe. Hello guys, Future Mitch here. Really quick, I realized afterwards that it would be so much easier to just show you guys how to get up here using the scythe rather than just try to explain it. I know there's a lot of first timers here, so there's gonna be a lot of people who doesn't really know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna show you guys really quick how to join a private, because I try to do it in public. There's too many kids and too many people following me, so I just had to do it in private really quick. Straight to business. I'm getting this, but remember, you can do this with any scythe. It can be the gray scythe. That's the weakest scythe, the most common scythe that you can find in chests anywhere in any of the maps. So yeah, you can do it with any scythe to get up here with. I'm just doing it with this because it's easiest. But yeah, pretty much like this. You want to... Wait, hold on. It's been a minute since I've done this. What's the jump button? Yeah, this one. It's the basic attack. Yeah, the basic attack. Yeah, so what you need to do is you're going to jump in the air and you're going to press the basic attack. Whatever button that is for you. So you want to look up just like this, all the way up, and then press it just like that. For the scythe, it's going to take a few tries. Here we go. Almost there. Almost got it. So you need to stand on this, and then look a little bit to the left. A little bit. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Very simple. That's how you get up here with a scythe. All right, that's all. Take it away, Past Mitch. All right, on to the third one. Alrighty then. So, now the third and final key that you will need will be the rocket launcher, the blue rocket launcher. It is located right here. Go away, Olden's Hall. I'm not in the Olden's Hall, dummy. Okay. So, it is right here. As you can see, this is what I have right now because it's the easiest of having the cheaper stuff, you know? I don't want to grind so much to get the legendary or whatever and have that all the time, because sometimes I may need to sacrifice something. You know, sometimes it comes to a situation where I need to drop something for something else, or there's a lot of situations. It's several times now that I've come into that situation where I was so glad that I decided to have a lesser, cheaper, easier to get sort of RPG rather than the more expensive things. Because like I said, sometimes I do need to sacrifice something. I need to drop something to do something else or whatever the case. So that's what I do. But I'm not recommending that you do the same. But I mean, it's just more convenient for me, you know. And so that's what I tend to do. But yes, you're gonna need a blue rocket launcher in order to start your journey on leveling those weapons up to the purple versions of it, which I will show you that right now. These guys are annoying. Alrighty, the first place you go to level up your your blue keys to purple is located All right, what was that again? I know it. I know it. Give me just a second here. It's been quite a minute. Quite a minute. Oh, I know it. It's which one? Go to 10. Is that the easiest way? Yeah, from 10. Yeah, in the building. Wait, no, no. As a matter of fact, no. I should have went from the last one. It's easier to get to it from the last one. Hold on. So for you guys, you most likely don't have these unlocked. If you're playing through the game for the first time, you're gonna need to play for a while to get yourself to that level to, unlock more of these spawn point locations. Pretty much. Yeah. So just do the grind. You'll get it done. Get her done. You get there. Remember, once you ascend, that will erase all of that, all of your spawn points, so you won't be able to just jump to different maps like I am right now. That's if you ascend. So it's located right here. This is the place that you go, that you need to upgrade your blue weapons, your blue keys to purple. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. Yep. Yep. There we go. All right. All right. So this thing right here, this is what you're going to see. And if you haven't beaten the game yet, then you won't be able to enter here. You'll try and it won't let you. That's because you haven't beaten the game yet. You haven't beaten Valhalla. You'll need at least one curved twine. Is that what it's called? It's called carved twine. Yes. You'll need at least one carved twine in order to get access to entering this room. And that's simply beating Valhalla, which is, remember what I said earlier? After you've destroyed the dragon statue by shooting the mouth, and then then you'll be into that dark room, and then you'll ascend. That's what I was talking about. Once you do that, you'll upon ascending, you'll appear back at the very first stage, which is where all the boars were, all the grass and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, at that stage, that'll be where you return at, and you'll have at least one carved twine. Well, you have one carved twine each time you do that. So, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So once you have that, you'll be able to come back here, enter this room. You have access to this stuff. And so this is what you need in order to upgrade your blue keys to the purple keys. Obviously, I don't need to do any of that. I already did all of that. I already unlocked everything. Well, most of everything, I'm pretty sure. But yes, I already got the room that I'm talking about. I already did all of that, so there's no need for me to do this. But for you, there's a lot of grind ahead of you. A lot of grind indeed ahead of you. This, first off, is this right here is the obsidian ore. You get those. You can get those in this map as well. This map, you open chests, you get those from that. I think there's a vending machine somewhere that you can buy those for. I think it costs metal. Pretty sure it's at the that Shadow Realm. It's one of the vending machines there. I'm pretty sure. So that's another way to get that. There was another way as well, but I can't remember. Also, this is what you're going to need as well. You're going to need 100 of those, and that's the spectralite ores. You get those from the Shadow Realm as well when you're inside of that place. I forget what it's one of them is called the what is it called? The crypt. So it's called something like that, the crypt, where you're inside of this building, and you have to fight out a lot of those guys in order to get access to that room of requirement. You'll need at least 50 of these spectralite ores. There's like a big door, and it won't let you through unless you have 50 of these. Yeah, pretty much that. You'll need at least 100 of these, so it wouldn't be that difficult. That's all you have to do is really just keep fighting a lot of those fiends at that Shadow Realm. The big ones, the big guys in particular, they drop the monster parts. And when they drop monster parts, you get those monster parts. Then you go back into another certain area, which is like one of the areas where the sword is, where the where you spawn back to the main room. Once you enter that room, it'll automatically turn into spectral light ore. So you'll have that. So spectral light ore, all of the crystals, shadow starred crystals. Yeah, you get those from fighting bosses. That's like all of the big guys when you're like in a situation where it tells you that you need to fight at least 50 enemies or 70 enemies before you can continue. Pretty much those are like the quote unquote boss fights. And once you do that, it's likely going to give you another shadow shard crystal then. So that's a good way of getting that. So you need at least 5 of those. Just pretty much play through Valhalla and you'll get them. And just collect up on that. You can also come here and buy shadow shard crystals for 20 metal. And that's pretty much it for that. Just gotta grind. Pretty much simple, plain as day. You just need to grind, and you'll get these. You'll get enough for it, and eventually you'll get there, and you'll make it to where you can get all three of those keys. And once you do have all 3 of those keys, you'll be able to be. You'll be ready for the next grind. For the legendary versions of those keys, and I'll show you where to go once you do that. So pretty much it's a long grind ahead of you. It's a long way ahead of you before you're able to do that, unless you get somebody else to do it for you. Like you can get somebody to give you one of these 3 keys or all 3 keys if somebody's generous enough. But I think there's a thing about that. Some people were saying if you get somebody else to give you one of the keys, or maybe that was one of the hammers, the hammer of Thor, maybe the sword, then you won't be able to recreate it at that place at the Mythics room. Maybe that was the case, but I can't remember if it was the sword and hammer or if it was one of the keys. But somebody did give me the one of the keys, and I was only the rocket launcher. I grinded for the other 2 myself because I wanted to do it myself, but somebody was nice enough to give me their pumpkin launcher. So that was very awesome of them. Shout out to them. That did save me a ton of time because it does take a lot of time to get the resources for that. So you're just gonna need, this game is gonna need to be your everyday. You're gonna need to be on this daily in order to get there. But yeah, somebody can give you the keys. That'll save a lot of time. So yeah, I think it was just I was thinking about the hammer and sword that you have to grind to get yourself, rather than somebody giving it to you, because there's going to be repercussions for that later. But yeah, that's explanation for another video. But anywho, so yeah, where was I? All right, so the place that you need to go once you have your purple keys here is maybe start off from the crypt. Oh, well, fascinating. That's locked. Okay, I'll go the other way then. The video is going to probably be a little bit longer than I had expected. But instead of just going like a very quick this and this and this in order to tell you, I like to explain what I'm talking about, and so I like people to fully understand what it is that they're doing, because there's going to be a lot. I'm pretty sure there's going to be people with a lot of questions, and if you're skimming through everything, there's going to be a lot of unanswered questions, and I like to try to help out as much as I can, So remember that other place that I told you about that you needed at least 1 carved twine? It's pretty much exactly that, but this time you need 3. So which means you need to beat Valhalla at least 3 times, which means you'll need to defeat that dragon statue, and then go to that dark room of ascension and ascend. You'll need to do that at least 2 more times from what you already have. If you only had it once, so that means you at least need 3 times. That way, you'll have 3 carved twine. That'll grant you access to this room right here. And once you have access to that, you better go in from here. You get chests along the way. There's a few chests here. Then go up these stairs just like this, and you'll see, bing bada boom, the crafting menus for the legendary keys. So you'll be upgrading from your purple keys to gold, and you'll need these, which is going to be a lot more grind, but specifically for the rocket launcher. As you can see, it's crazy in comparison to these others here. Like even this one, but this one right here is the easiest by far in comparison to the others to get the gold gun. But for the scythe, you'll need 200 of these obsidian ores. You need 50 of these shadow shard crystals, and you'll need for the pumpkin launcher, you'll need 600 of these what do these called again? Special light ores, and you'll need 500 of those obsidian ores. So, yeah, a lot of grind, a lot of grind. But I mean, just keep at it, man. Just keep at it. Keep grinding. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure if there is a super easy way to get the materials, all the materials, like super quickly, super easily. Maybe you can search around for that. Maybe you ask around. Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way to. Maybe even glitches. I'm not sure, but I don't condone that. I condone the legitimate way doing it. The good way is a lot more emotionally rewarding. When you put in the work for it, once you finally complete that, you'll feel so much better. But anywho, once you get that, you'll be able to finally get all 3 of those keys. You'll be able to finally come back to the place that we started off at. And I'll be going there right now. All right. The Chamber of Regrets. We're back here. Once you have you've done all the grind, you have all 3 keys, you'll finally be able to have access to this. Like I said, I just said that it's like I recommend doing it yourself, even though it's a lot easier. It saves a lot of time to get at least somebody else to give you at least one of theirs, if you can find such a person. But that's not always the easiest. I wouldn't recommend. That's why I don't recommend it, because you never know with people. It's very unpredictable, especially there's a lot of weirdos out there, and some people's gonna be like trying to use that as debt, and like they're gonna be expecting something in return, and maybe it's like it can lead you down the road of just like complications. But it's a lot better just doing it yourself. But if you find somebody who's nice enough to give you one or all of them, then that's great. Then there's nothing wrong with that. It shouldn't be any repercussions for that, like it would be for the hammer and sword. That I know of. There was no repercussions with somebody gave me their pumpkin launcher. So, but the first 2 is definitely doable in my opinion. Is like the easiest in comparison to the pumpkin launcher, at least. But like if you want to do it yourself, then most definitely more power to you. But yeah, like I said, once you have access to all, once you have all 3 of those keys, you'll be able to finally have access to this. It'll show up. I think it'll show up blue, just like the other things. When you have all of the keys, it'll show up as blue instead of red, and you'll be able to enter by pressing the interact. It should say an interact button, and once you interact, it'll take you into this pretty cool place where you're kind of like outside, and it's like a waterfall, and you look down the waterfall, you jump down it, and you'll be in like this little spot, like this little floating piece of rock or something, and it'll be like whale. I don't think it looks like an actual whale. I can't remember now what it looks like, but it'll say Mirmir's well, I think, and it'll tell you that. Well, it pretty much give you a warning that you can't. That there's no going beyond that point without drinking from the well, which was gonna take away all of your stuff. So it's pretty much gonna warn you that you're gonna lose everything. So it's giving you a heads up before then. So it's recommended um, to get somebody to get your stuff. If you're doing that and somebody's gonna like get your stuff for you, then it's recommended doing that before you enter this right here. Before you go to Mirmir's well, it's recommended to do that before that. And then once you have only the 3 keys, of course, that's when you can enter there. So which means if you want to get somebody to save your other stuff that you have, then drop everything and let them get all of your stuff except the 3 keys, except those 3 items: the AR, the scythe, and the pumpkin launcher. You only have those 3. Everything else will be with whoever else that you have holding it for you. And then you go enter that place, and then you'll drink from the well, and then you'll have access, and the rest is history. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much how you do that. And pretty much the gist of this is grind, grind, grind. It's going to be a lot of grind, and either way you shake it, it's going to be some grind involved. So that's all there is to it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If it was helpful at all whatsoever, be sure to leave a like on that video. Share with your friends and subscribe for more, definitely more content on the way. I am the Mitch. You're watching the Mitch Zone, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Later, guys.